progress. Okay. So again, we've got crown and perineum, the base, the root of the pelvis, that perineum spot, crown on top. Align those 2 points. That is our central energetic channel. There's also a quality in the body that is the back, the line that goes up the back. Imagine opening and coming around, right? All the way that everything's open in the back. Because a lot of times we stand and we sort of force ourselves like this to have quote unquote good posture. But Tai Chi has this quality of round. So there'll be standing positions and things like this, all with the emphasis on opening and coming around so that our the back of the central channel is open. So we're going to do a little bit of that in our chair today. This is Zhang Zhuan, this standing meditation or seated meditation posture, which means pretending to be a post or like a post of wood stuck in the ground, right? So we'll go right into that. So arms, bring them up in front in a round quality, almost like you're wrapping around a large wooden post. And notice you don't want to have the arms too outstretched and you don't want to have them too bent. You have this nice little middle. And then also legs stepped a little wide so that you feel this sort of round quality in the legs, this roundness. And chin is down, crown is up. And at first, when you're holding this position, often you will be using muscle tension, or what they call in Taoist thought, li, or clumsy strength, tensile strength. So initially, and it's that strength that gets tired, that gets fatigued, that aches. And so by holding this position for a little while, you hopefully encounter your fatigue, your strain, and then you relax it. So what that might look like is at first you're kind of up here holding, let's say, and you feel tired in the shoulders. Rather than giving up, soften. If the arms are too far out and they're a little tired, soften, bring them in a little closer. If the legs feel like they're too far apart, bring them a little closer. Find this perfect place where you can sustain, but you're not strained. Breathe freely. And look at my hands for a moment. Have the fingers pointing towards each other, relating towards each other, and a feeling of roundness. And then just bring the mind to the back channel from the perineum, the floor of your pelvis there, up the back side to the base of the skull and over the top of the head to the palate. Tongue just lightly touching the palate. And then feel that channel that goes down through the tongue, down the central channel and the perineum. But really focus on this idea that the back channel is open and the body is rounding towards the front. We'll just be here for a little longer. Nasal breathing. When you encounter your li, your rigidity, let it turn into song, soft, supple, loose, pliable. We're going to come back to this position later and see if it feels a little different over time. We're also going to do it standing. Soften anytime you encounter that fatigue that makes the body want to quit. Just try to melt a little. Take a little edge off, back it off just enough so that you sustain. Final little moment here, maybe 6 to 8 thorough breath. Once again, bring the mind to that central channel, crown of the head, down to the perineum. That's called chongmai, or thrusting channel. The channel that goes from the floor of the pelvis, perineum, up the back of the spine, up over the crown of the head, down the face to the palate. That's called renmai, or dumai, I'm sorry, the back channel. And then Ren channel that comes from palate down through the central, down through the navel, down through the groin area to the perineum. Feel those three main channels. Final 3 or 4 breaths here. Loosen and soften anywhere you encounter stiff, rigid. Allow for space and room. On your next exhale, just everything melt. Bring the legs to a comfortable distance, hands comfortably on your thighs, and just be here for a moment. Continuing the breathing, continuing that awareness of those channels. Now, slide hands past the knees, drop the head just a little, softly round the back. Then slide the hands back, pull the elbows back, shoulder blades back, look up. Again, slide and round. Slide hands back, elbows back. Arch. One more. Settle to the middle. Rotation. Left hand slide forward, right hand and elbow slide back as you turn to the right. And then switch. Turn to the left. Turn to the left. And switch and turn. Again. And finally back to middle. Side bending, softly tilting to the right. Left wrist floats up. Right hand reaches, softening long through the fingertips, trying to touch the floor. And then relax back to the middle. Right wrist floats up. Left hand reaching to touch the floor. And switch. And switch. One more each. And back to middle. Shrug. Melt. Only moving part is the shoulder blades. They lift up, the arms come along for the ride, but stay very light, very loose through the arms. The blades lift up, the blades slide down. Now, the blades are the moving part. We go for these circles. The blades come around the side of the ribcage, so this hollowing of the chest. Then they lift up. Then they stay up as they slide back, and like you're cracking a walnut in your shoulder blades, the chest naturally protrudes forward and then slide down and alongside your torso. Again, as the shoulder blades spread apart, the chest hollows. So that position is usually the hard one for people to find right here. Shoulder blades spread, chest hollow, then up, then back, and down. Shoulder blades spread apart, chest hollows, Feel those moving spaces that you can slide the joints around when the tissue and nerves are relaxed. Movement can become easy. Reverse that. Shoulder blades go back first, then up. Then they come forward to that hollow chest position and down. Last one. And down. Bend the elbows, bring the hands up. Elbows go out and up, down, into the middle and squeeze. Down, out and up, down, into the middle with a squeeze, down. And elbows go, so again, when you come to the middle, squeeze them, touch them. Then go straight back with the elbows behind you. Elbows down, the hands naturally come up. Elbows forward, the hands naturally go over the shoulder. Elbows up, if that range of motion is available for you, hands naturally slide down your back. And then elbows forward, down, back. So the hands are just along for the ride. Elbows down, forward, up. Forward, down, back. One more. And down. Out to the side. Palms face the floor, one above, one below. Hug. And then elbows straight out to the side. Other above, other below. Hug. And open. When you go, actually grab with your hands onto your torso like you're hugging yourself. Give yourself a hug there with the hands. Open. So again, David, watch my hands. Yeah, try to actually get that finish of the wrap and then releasing and opening. And down. Palm turn down and up, just to have us really feel the forearms as their own specific joint.
You're frozen again.
You're frozen, Otto.
He's having a problem with his internet.
We're back.
Okay.
Back to it.
You're gone, Otto. Rissy, could you help me?
No, there's nothing to do.
You don't think there's anything to do?
No.
He's frozen again.
He's actually disappeared off my screen.
Oh. I see him.
Yeah, I have no idea. It's only been the last couple of days that this has been happening. But anyway, we'll just keep trying. Okay, we're here. Arms come internal rotation, right? So look where my elbows are in relationship to my body. And then the elbows come back, external rotation. Internal, external. Notice how this induces a change in the torso. So the arms are going, but this whole hollowing and folding happens, and then an unfolding happens. Just from this arm position. Now from here, up over the rainbow to that side. So we're closing one side to the other and then opening it from there. Closing, opening, close, open. All these movements induce internal mechanical movement that as people age shuts down and movements become truncated and more stuck, and a lot of it is in this area becoming just like a frozen square. All right, so we're keeping that moving. Now from here, both hands come up and cross. Right, so from this cross position, turn both palms down. Then from here, and I forgot to say, step your legs apart a little bit. From here, bring the arms down and let them split apart. So now we're internally rotated and kind of closed and folded. Then cross your wrists again. Stay closed and folded as you come up. And then everything opens. Palms face up, and we let it all slide down. Up and over, cross wrists, fold, down between, and let them uncross, but stay folded, closed, and integrated. And then cross, rise, open. Up over, cross, turn palms down, come through, uncross, and then and bring the hands closer together. Wrists, fold, circle through. Turn palms up, fold, circle through. Continue. So initially, keep doing it with both as I show you with one. And we're just focusing on the wrist movement. But what we want to add is the monkey palm. So see what I did there with my hand. So that position, and it's not a fist, and it's not this crane beak, it's folding, right? This position opens up all these little spaces in here. So now add that as you circle. So you gather and circle under and through, and then release out. Turn, gather, monkey palm, circle through. So same idea, arthritic hands, repetitive stress injury in the hands, carpal tunnel in the hands has to do with sort of a drying out and a crisping in a way of all that's happening here. So think like a sponge, you're opening and closing spaces and sort of hydrating them with this movement. Reverse, so come under and over. Turn the palms face down, go down, under, over, out, like you're offering something. Turn the palms. So David, switch directions on that now. Palms face down, come down, under, there you go, and over the top, out. Turn the palms down. Come under, over the top, down. And so you can add the monkey palm, gather and roll out. Turn palm, monkey palm. Okay, hands face, open, gather, open, gather. Now notice when you open, it's not on a flat surface. Open and imagine kind of like a basketball player in honor of the Warriors from last night, that you're trying to palm a basketball. So feel that open and round quality and then gather them back together. Open and back. Open. Now, from that palming position, tiger claw into a soft fist. And then open, claw into a fist. See that? Open, claw into a fist. Into a fist. Open. Now, thumb touch pinky. All three fingers drop on top. The crane beak. Open. Crane beak. Open. Now, when you crane beak, fold. When you come back, again, in honor of the Warriors, like you're holding two basketballs, you're going to shoot two shots, right? Fold and crane beak. Bend the wrist back like holding two basketballs. Crane beak. Back. Crane beak. Back. Now, this in Tai Chi is called the single whip when you do one of them. So this is double whip. And bring the hands very close together. Push forward, straight out in front. Circle out. Draw those crane beaks in. Bring them towards each other. Push forward, out. Around. In. Towards each other. Forward and out. Around. In. One more. Now from here, out, around, draw in through the middle, like a little praying mantis. Look where my elbows are. Yeah. And then open, out, around, like a praying mantis, draws in, elbows in, open, push, around, draw. And shake, rattle, and close. Hands down to the middle. Now, make sure you're comfortable on your chair. Hands just wherever they want to be. Chamber, push. Chamber, down. Switch legs. Chamber, push. Chamber, down. So let's get the tissue and joints to compress, extend, compress again, settle. Compress, extend, compress, down. One more each. And straighten the right leg out, point and flex the foot. So that's the first full movement. Then invert, evert. The foot comes a little in, a little out. Waggle of the foot. Then circle, in and around and up. Circle the other way, out and around and up. And switch legs. Point and flex, just that simple gesture. Invert, evert, a little in, a little out. And circles. Reverse. And down. Scoot forward. Legs at a little wider than hip distance. Let's do double leg external internal rotation. So open, so toes and knees open. Notice your pelvis and spine and everything stay just as they are. Come back to neutral. Then go internal. The knees come in, the toes come in. Hips and pelvis and spine are just neutral. The leg bones are moving. Neutral, external. Now let's skip neutral and just go internal, external, internal, external, internal, external. One more. And back to neutral. Forward fold, hinge, bowing forward, sit back up upright. Lean a little bit back, sit upright. Forward, hinging from the hip crease, upright, back, upright. One more. And standing up and sitting down. So slide your feet back a little bit. We fold, arms, head, and shoulders go in front of the ankles, in front. And then push into the ground and the whole body rises up. When we sit down, we want to reverse that. The hips go back, the head and shoulders got to be out in front, and then the butt sinking with the arms and shoulders in front keeps you nicely balanced. And then you land and you're back to your seat. So again, right now we're using the chair to connect to the ground. When we fold, we want to come out of the chair and make it our legs. And then once it's our legs, it's just a matter of pushing through the earth. And then we go back down. Over time, you'll find you don't have to fold quite as far to create that relationship. But it can't be trying to stand up.
Yeah.
Right back to it. So standing up. God, you're killing me here. Okay, and it's back. This is as annoying to me as it is to you, I'm sure. We're in the same boat here. Stand up, forward and up. Once you're standing, notice that you don't have to lock out all your joints. You can keep the knees just a little soft and bent, the tail sinking. You don't have to have your butt back. Soft. Feel this sort of light, springy quality through the body. And then also notice in your feet, you have the front of the feet and the back of the feet. So let's tip a little towards the front. Back to the middle. Be careful when you tip back. Don't tip back from the upper body, tip back from the middle. So you're from here going back a little bit. So you're in your heels. And then still from here in your middle, you tip forward and tip back. Forward. That helps us find our middle and then arrive in the middle. All right, let's do our Tai Chi now. From our middle stance, as if painting the front wall, wrists are soft and round, arms float forward and up as if you're painting the wall in front of you, rising hands. Then flatten the palms and slide them back, right? Slide them back like so. Let them settle just a little bit and then push them back forward. Turn your palms to face, they come down. They come under, up like you're gonna tickle your own armpit. And then with relaxed wrists, push the wrists forward. And then palms flatten and we sink and sweep back. Again, painting the wall. Again, sliding back. But then on this last one, we press down right alongside us. And then we do our Tai Chi squat as if we're going to sit in a chair, sink, and then rise right back up. That's our little opening series. Forward, slide back and settle the hands just a little, and then drive forward through the fingertips. Turn the palms to face each other, hands come down the far side of a circle, under a circle, up the back side, and then with wrists relaxed, push forward through the back of the hands, and then the palms flatten as we then press down, right? This sort of quality. Then again, rising, slide back and settle, and then press. And then Tai Chi squat, sink, and rise. Let's do that again. What we add to this is that rocking that we were just doing. So rock a little forward, a little swing of the hands. Rock back, swing the hands. Now, rising hands, rock and swing them up. Rock back as you slide the hands back. Settling them. Rock forward, reach through the fingertips. Turn the palms, they fall down the far side of a circle. We rock back as the hands come back and up. Rock forward as the hands push forward. Rock back. Rock forward. Rock back. And then middle. So rock to the middle, pressing down. And then tail goes back, sink, and rise. Remember, when you sink, don't push the knees forward and try to stay vertical. Let yourself fold. And then rise again. Again, rock forward a little. Rock back a little. Swinging the arms. Rock forward, rising. Rock back, sliding back and settling. So remember, slide your hands back there, David. Slide back and settle just a little bit down. Rock forward shoot through the fingertips, turn the palms to face each other, the hands fall down the far side of a circle, rock back, hands come up the backside, under the armpit, and out. And then palms as we rock back, rock forward, rock back and slide those hands all the way back, pull them back. And then middle, settle to your middle as you press. And then that squat where the butt goes back a little and then we sink and rise. Once more, rock, rock. Rising hands, rock back, slide hands all the way back, and settle. Rock forward, they shoot forward. Turn the palms to face each other, far side of a circle, rock back. They come up, under, and out. Rock back. And then rock forward and up. Slide back and settle. And then middle, press all the way down. And then soften and sink. That lets everything sort of slough out of the body, and here we stand. Crane flapping wings. This helps us open these specific places, very important. It's like a balloon in here, shoulder, chest, right in that space in between. So as the arms float out, feel loose through everything and just open that space. And then palms flatten, again, like bird wings here. This little change, do that a couple of times. That change. Now, do that change on the way down. So the wrists are folded over here. And again, we come down, we don't just come down in that same shape. The arms change, so now the fingertips sort of drag behind. Very much like how a bird's feathers would look. Two more. So right there, make sure the change happens at the top. That. Very good. Very good, David. Again. So feel that change. Perfectly done. Now, arms out to the wings again. Right palm turns to face up. As that hand comes up over like that, this hand sweeps under. Let's put them together. Over and under. Then they come towards each other, away from each other. And now we're going out to the wings. Then left hand up over, right hand down under, towards, and away, and around, and over and under, and away, and around, embracing the moon. Remember this change because it's something that shows up a lot. This movement is a transition position. And bring the arms down. Bend the elbows, bring the hands up, turn the palms forward, push. Wrap hands around the back side, draw. Turn hands, push. Draw. Push. Draw. Now just the left hand turn. Left hand push. Now turn left hand around and turn right hand ready for a push. So that little change, make sure your right hand's palm forward. Right hand palm forward. David? No. Switch your hand back. Yeah, there you go. And so now it's one push, one draw. Then as that right hand turns palm, left palm turns as well, and we're ready for push and draw. Notice how this movement induces rotation. Rotation. This is a simplified version of a more complicated movement, which we've done in other classes. Repel the monkey. And that complicated movement over time, we do it walking backwards. And we add different challenge. But right now, we're just getting that upper body going. And bring both hands back. Both hands down. Now, body weight shift more to your left leg. So the right leg is loose, empty, not under use. And then change. So now right leg is the leg you're relying on. The left leg, light and loose. Change. So one full, one empty. And then change. Now start to add, as you change to your right leg, turn from your belly to the right a little bit. Stay, and when I say a little bit, I literally mean like a degree or two. So watch me. So I always see this with people in the beginning, is when I say turn to the right a little bit, that, someone's turning that much, right? So David, you were doing something like that. So literally think 3 degrees. Just 3 degrees, that's perfect. Now stay turned that 3 degrees to your right as you shift to your left leg, and then turn the 3 degrees to middle and 3 degrees to the left. So that's 6 degrees of turn. And then stay that turn to the left as you change to your right leg and then turn to the right. And then change to the left leg, then turn to the left. Now, if you're not holding your arms stiff, but rather loosely, then what happens is they start to do what's called the bear, washes paws in the stream. So you can see what I'm doing here. One hand brushing knee, the other hand sweeping leg. And then they change jobs so that as I change to the left, to the right, your right leg, brush, sweep. Then the hands turn and they do the other job. Brush knee, sweep. Looser and looser with each round. So we're trying to let the spaces between the tissue, between the joints open. So that's why this movement is done more and more with less and less, where we're just soft and loose. Now on this next one, let's all go to the left leg, stay in the left leg, let the hand rise up a little bit. And we snatch the fish. Brush knee, snatch fish. That hand falls into the water. This hand rises. And this leg is still empty. So we're all ready to go shift, turn, brush, snatch fish. The hands go through their change. One up, one down, but we haven't shifted yet. Notice I'm still over here. Then it's the hands go through their change, but nothing changes in the lower body. And then it's change, shift, sweep the arm across. Change, sweep. The bear. Big lumbering bear paw, bear arm, swinging across. And swinging across. And then the bear snatches the higher jumping fish. So come over the top and down. And again, when the computer freezes, which it keeps doing, that doesn't mean you have to stop what you're doing. Remember what we're practicing and practice it. Now on this next one here, bring that wing up, roll, turn the palm up and fold the hand over. So we're in this position. One is down in the water, across the body. And then we shift, turn right, bottom hand brush, top hand push. they change. One up, one down, roll, fold. Then we go shift, turn, brush, push. Wing, roll, fold, shift, turn, brush, push. Now notice this very closely. What does my top hand do? It stays on this side of the body. It doesn't get all the way over here. It stays here so that now it's got somewhere to go when we shift and turn and brush and push. So there's that happens. They come around and change position. Make sure that right hand didn't get all the way over here. Keep it over there. There you go. Shift first, turn from your middle, and then send the hands. And they go, and remember that 6 degrees? Notice I'm not overturning. It might look like I am, but I'm not going way over here. It's just a little bit of turn and that send. And now we're here. Shift and turn, just those 6 degrees, and then let the hands travel through the path. Shift and turn, brush and push. Now, from here, everyone in left leg, right foot is empty. Bring the foot behind, slightly turned out. Change the weight into your right leg, right hand comes down. Bend left elbow, point to the sky. Empty left foot, touch the floor out in front of you. So it looks like this, right? Like this. Then bring this front foot back and match the other foot. So it's 2 matched feet, toes turned out. Change the weight. So your weight goes through the left leg. Left hand comes down, right elbow bends, right foot touches out in front. So again, it looks like this. Bring the front foot back. Change the weight. One hand down, other hand up, foot comes out. Step back with no body weight. So the foot comes back, but it's still empty. Then change. Now this leg is empty. Golden rooster stands on one leg. Bring the right foot back, step it with no body weight. Change. Rooster. Step the foot back, change. Rooster. Now, stay in this rooster position. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. To the degree that you can 100% rely on one leg, that's the degree of freedom of your other foot. This is very practical. This is stepping up on a curb, stepping up on a stair, taking any step at all. Then put that foot down empty, change the weight to the right leg, hands change, get the toe out there, and then let's do that little challenge on this side. Sitting the hip, knee comes up, toe down. Leg and foot relaxed and loose makes it easier. So again, you'll notice that for many of you, this is happening. Right? That's normal, but over time, it's about getting so committed here that this can go up and down, right? And then let's finish with the flowing version. So step back with no weight, change. Once this is empty, it can lift. Step it down with no weight, change. This side, lift. Step it down. As you shift, everything empties on the other side. Rooster. Change. Wait for it to be empty, then lift. One more of each. And parallel feet or slightly turned out. Bear wash paws. The next time you shift to your right leg, stay there. Left hand sweeps the leg vapor up and becomes a cloud. The cloud position is a classic Tai Chi position. Space here. Back of hand facing forward. It's called ward off. Bottom hand, fingertips in the water. Now, shift to your left leg, turn from your middle, cloud across the sky, bottom hand sweeping the lake. Then the cloud rains down as the lake vapors up. So now we got cloud, lake, we shift, so we change leg, turn from the middle, cloud and lake. Then vapor and rain, cloud and lake, vapor and rain, cloud and lake, vapor and rain, cloud and lake, vapor and rain. Adding a challenge, cloud, lake. Now, as you vapor and rain, your left foot is empty. Bring it in and out. Then shift and turn, cloud, lake. As you vapor and rain, right foot comes in, out. Shift and turn. Left leg is empty now. It just easily comes in, out. In, out. Check your teacup on top of your head. Try to keep it balanced. And remember, it's not just the cloud hand, right? So that's one thing that happens a lot. People do one thing up here and then they remember this hand later. It's both. And it's both. And it's still both. Both. And we're adding that leg awareness too to the hand. So that's like juggling for the brain. And bring the hands down, wash your paws. Now, this is a relatively new one. I think I've done it once or twice. Single whip. Turn your feet both out a little bit, sink just a little bit. So your quad is floating. It's floating in this space here. Your groin, I mean. So your pubic area, your genital area, and you got the legs on either side, and it's this space in here that this one really works on. So you got your legs slightly turned out, and you're here. Now, left hand floated up. Remember our single whip. And notice if I turn sideways, I'm not coming straight out. It's a little bit forward. It's not straight in front, and it's not straight to the side. It's in that region, right in there, open and loose, right? Then this hand, scoop and reach up like you're trying to touch this area over here. Notice this quad, this groin has to open to allow you, so you don't let this knee collapse in like that. So keep that open and reach and feel that little space there open. Then this lifted hand, turn, palm forward. Press the hand forward and around like you're sweeping. But as that's happening, you're sort of pushing through your single whip hand so that all this space is opening up. Then let the fingertips fall and scoop, and we come back across. So now we're closing. Turn that right palm to face forward and press the hand forward and around. Keep the single whip where it is. Feel all those spaces open. Fingers scoop. Come and get it. Turn the palm. Press forward. Open all those spaces. Let the shoulder blades melt. Scoop. So there's a small quality here of the shoulders kind of rising up, so that then they slide down. One more. Now, make a single whip over here. This arm, soft. Turn. Make your way over here. turn that palm forward and press it forward and around as you open all those spaces and you turn the body a little bit left. Soften the shoulders. Let that left hand scoop. Turn to the right. Corkscrew the hand so the palm is forward. And turn and open to the left. Relax the shoulders. Hand comes under. Scoop. Turn. Single whip. Soft. Scoop. Turn, reach, go get it. Turn the palm and then press forward and around. Soften the shoulders. One more. Forward and around. And let's just do a couple where we switch each time. Crane beak. Soften that right arm. Scoop. Come over to it. Turn the palm. Open. Crane beak on the right, scoop the left, turn the palm, open. Crane beak, scoop. So we're just polishing these round spaces in the body. That's why Tai Chi is so difficult, but so important, is that it's taking us through pathways that are tricky, that are weird, that are novel, but that's where all the junk, the stagnation, the blockage, the residue bottles up, is in those spaces we don't move. So in its weirdness, in its uniqueness lies its value. Arms come down. Let yourself shift a little into the fronts of the feet. Bounce. So heels up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Letting this loose quality in the shoulders, the arms. Look at my hands just bouncing around. It's not because I'm doing that. It's because I'm not doing anything, that they naturally do what they do. Good. And then our final thing is just a brief moment of that standing position. Step a little wider. Sink the tail. Float the arms up like you're holding a big ball. Crown of head. Perineum. Back channel open and everything rounding towards the front. Let's just take our final 30 seconds here. As you encounter the resistance, the rigidity, that is an opportunity not to bail and quit, but to back off, to soften. So it looks a little bit like some of you have your arms really straight. Let them sink in a little bit. Let it be rounder. Right, if I lean forward, you can see it's very round. And over time, this position can become quite wide, quite low, quite deep, but it can also just be comfortably right here, putting a nice little gentle challenge through the whole system. Final 15 seconds. And let your hands softly come down and close the practice with what's called shogun, wings, roll, fold as a gathering, a consolidating gesture. Hands settle down like magnets, bringing the mind down. Here's the belly button, hands right in front. And then Lao Gun point, center of palm, over the navel, and then the other Lao Gun point over that hand. 5 breaths here. a clear lens rather than a overactive space. And then we close the practice with this Taoist bow. Grab one thumb. The hand does not fold over the back of the hand, but over the top of those knuckles there. And that creates a little yin-yang looking symbol. So that's a representation of harmonizing our yin and our yang, our polarities. Thank you, everybody. Well done. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If there are any questions or insights or comments or anything, feel free to unmute and we can chat for a bit. But